Hey guys, how are you doing? Furo here. Welcome to another month in the Elder Scrolls Legends, and with that also to a new monthly card. The Emperor's Blade is the latest monthly card released in the game, a very good spellsword card with 4 attack and 4 defense that also slays a creature for an extra 3 health. Because of that, I tried some various midrange spellsword deck builds yesterday, and I can say that the card is working really good in those kind of decks. It will also work decently in control variants, so definitely a good addition to the class. I do not want to talk too much now about the deck because I think midrange spellsword is very well known. Instead, we are directly jumping into the gameplay section. Overall, my win rate with this deck from rank 5 to 4 is right now in the 80% region, but the sample size is of course too small to be significant enough. And furthermore, the games you will now see are unfortunately a bit short on Emperor's Blade action, but still rest assured that you want to play this card alongside Hive Defender. It's a very good addition to Spellsword and I like it quite a lot. So we're now jumping into the gameplay section. If you have any questions left after seeing the gameplay, please do not hesitate to use the comment section here on YouTube or on Twitch, whatever you prefer. So the gameplay is coming now. Alright guys, our first matchup will be against the Monk. We are currently sitting here on rank 4 and the starting hand looks really decent. I'm not sure what kind of Monk we are facing right now, so I haven't faced a single Monk since the season started in around I guess 30 games or so, or maybe 20, I'm not sure between that. But there was not a single Monk, so maybe he's playing a control Monk, maybe he's going more aggressive, we will see. There's a Daring, that's a Pilfer card, maybe he's playing a Pilfer Monk. That would be unusual, but definitely happening. Definitely could happen. So Daring in the face. Then this one is a 3 attack, 3 defense unit, which means we kind of want to play the Bruma here to then kill the Daring so that he's not getting too strong. And on the next turn, most likely we are going for the Dark Guardian. If you just drop the Haunting Spirit on an empty board, the effect is not helping you. So if the Haunting Spirit is dying, would give a random friendly creature plus 3 attack, plus 3 defense, but if there is no unit on the board, of course Haunting Spirit is not hitting anything, so that's not really helpful for you. And Dark Guardian should be the best to have a guard here, and then maybe if he's dropping another Daring or so, we can just crush the Daring. And there's also the possibility that our opponent is playing a kind of a move Monk, so using a lot of move cards to just switch between the lanes.
Awaiting your command.
Oh wow, so it is an Imperial Legionnaire. That is unusual. Oh well, so we are then still dropping a Dark Guardian. And we are killing the Daring. Getting 1 life back here through the effect of the Bruma. So why are you playing the Imperial Legionnaire? They're definitely better 3 drops in the game than this one. There's a Bruma as well. Let's see if he's going to attack. If he's going to attack, we can kill the unit next turn. Priest of the 8. That draws in 1 card. And it's a good target for the execute. Eastmarch Crusader, it's not helping us too much. So we will drop the Haunting here on this side. Going then for the execute, hitting the 2-1. And we are probably just going for the face, because then he cannot just take care of the Dark Guardian and kill the Haunting then after. So right now he needs to attack, then the Dark Guardian is still on the board, and if he's killing the Haunting Spirit, we are just buffing the Dark Guardian here.
You won't spoil my
Going for
plan.
3 in the face, we're down to 26.
A little distraction might
And the
prove
Cloudrest, so he's hitting the unit now, but still surviving. And we're then seeing buff here to 5-5. While we are trading to the Bruma, this one's up to 5-5. We can now use the Piercing Javelin, for example. We can just use the Dawnstar Healer. Right now we have a 2-for-1 here, and I do not think you want to use the Piercing Javelin. So I think we're just dropping Windkeep. We are playing the Dawnstar as well. Gives us the option to get life back next turn if we really hit 5 in the face. Which is not too unlikely, to be honest. The Guardian is of course now down through the Imperial Legionnaire.
Bless us, Kyne.
Cleric. Okay, that's good for him. So the unit is still on the board. Hive Defender, it's also pretty decent if we go on the left side. We could play the Eastmarch Crusader and hope to draw another card. That is helping us and that we can play.
Don't mess with me.
I would say for now let's just start with the face, so nothing is happening really. In that case, let's go for the Hive Defender. It's a bit more expensive. If we, with the Eastmarch Crusader, if we just draw a unit that is costing 4 or more, then we cannot play that, and then the Eastmarch Crusader is just costing 3 and we have still 3 Magicka left, so Hive Defender is a bit more expensive. I'm gonna just play that here. And Piercing Javelin on the other hand for 5, these are not very strong units right now. Going for some Imperial Grunts and he's going for the prison. So what are you playing here? What kind of deck is that? Get a Haafingar Marauder. Give us the option to buff, for example, the Dawnstar Healer. You could, on the other hand, just play the Bone Colossus. Get a lot of stuff on this side and then play Haafingar Marauder maybe next turn. That would be another option we have. He would then probably killing the Dawnstar Healer with the small units. It sounds about right. Yeah, let's go for the face.
Don't mess with me.
And we're then playing the Bone Colossus, which is giving us a lot of stats here onto the board. You're paying 7 Magicka and you get, just like that, 11/11 on the board. And he needs to kill the Bone Colossus always first. But even if he's killing the Bone Colossus, then you still have 8/8 for 7, which is kind of good. Yeah, he's killing the Bone Colossus. I think he's also killing the Dawnstar Healer. Oh, wait, you're not? Oh, for Cliff Racer. So then he can trade the Windkeep still, the 1 then on the board. And the Stalwart. Okay, that's fine, kinda. Cloudrest Illusionist, no need for that. We will draw an additional card.
No matter what.
Getting the Young Mammoth, which is good. We're still investing into the Marauder and just hoping that the Marauder can survive. The thing is, if we just go for the Young Mammoth, of course, we can just play Marauder next turn. But to be honest, we want it right now and have more power to attack next turn. Plus it's more efficient because then we can play Piercing and, for example, Cloudrest Illusionist or whatever. If he has, of course, a distraction card, he will kill the Haafingar Marauder in this situation.
We'll hold, no matter what.
Oh, maybe he's looking for Piercing.
Chimera, guide us.
It's a Divine. No Piercing, he's going for the face now. Get the Black Dragon.
Into the breach.
So what we are
bow to
doing
your
is...
victory.
Oh, he's already conceding. We would have played Piercing and we would have played Cloudrest, kill the 5, kill the 3. And boom. Well, that's a victory. And here we go again. Second matchup is against Crusader, and that is unfortunately a painful matchup for us because he's probably playing either tokens or super aggressive, and that's 2 decks that we are not very good prepared against if we are not having a decent start. Bruma and Cleric looks like a decent start. We're going second, also get a Dawnstar Healer. So the thing is, with the Dawnstar, you of course need to hit your opponent in the face, which kinda helps your opponent. If he's going aggressive, he's getting more cards into his hand. So nothing for him on the first turn. The Bruma should be normally relatively safe, even if he has a charge unit. He's playing those, so we can play the Bruma here first turn, then going into the Cleric to give the Bruma a bit more life so he can survive longer, which should help us a lot because we're getting a lot of life back. And after that, playing the Dawnstar Healer 1 turn later and gets hopefully more life through the Breaking the Runes. Going for the Rift Zane. We can easily trade here into the Rift Zane, that's not a problem. And then just go Dawnstar Healer to get life. We just want a lot of life here in this matchup. Especially if he's dropping the Ulfric's house card later and he wants to draw cards. Then it's super beneficial for us if we are staying ahead. Battle Rage Orc. So down to 25. This one is down. Then we kind of want to play Dawnstar on the right side.
For the warrior wife.
To trade into the Battle Rage Orc. So 3 in his face, we're getting 3 life back. Plus we're getting 1 left through the Bruma. That means we are back to 29. And if we are staying ahead here, we can play the Golden Zane on turn 5. We still have then the extra Magicka left. Northern Outpost, yeah, so he's going for the super aggressive deck. That's just playing a lot of charge units. And now he can kill the Bruma, he can push more damage in our face. Get a Haafingar Marauder. And the problem is, we cannot break a rune right now. We might still play the Haafingar Marauder and then into the Golden Zane. Eastmarch Crusader, 1 card to draw, not very beneficial. The other option we have would be play the Piercing Javelin on the Battle Rage Orc. But keep in mind with the Stormcloak Vanguard, he got a Stormcloak Battalion, a 5/5 into his hand, and he's probably interested in playing that. That's why I think we will just trade here and we will go for the Haafingar Marauder. And then maybe we could use the Piercing Javelin on his 5/5 if he's dropping that the next turn. And then still go for the face and get a weapon on the Haafingar Marauder, which hopefully saves him then. So whatever we are getting here on this one, this little dude. Also we have a kind of a powerful follow-up with a Golden Zane and the Nahagliiv. So that's a lot of guards here. And a lot of power.
Come on then. I'll even
Going
let you
for
swing
Candlehearth
first.
Brawler. Ah, in that case... In that case, maybe still you're using the Piercing Javelin here. You want a weapon on the Haafingar. Otherwise, I think it's very, very likely that he's getting crushed by whatever he's dropping. Yeah, we're using Piercing Javelin. Going for the face, that is 5 into the face. We're getting an extra weapon, which is, oh, the Glass Helm of Remedy. That is pretty nice. We're getting a life back, plus the Haafingar Marauder has now 7 lives, so that is kinda tough for the Crusader here to kill him if he's not using Piercing Javelins. And depending on how aggressive he is, he's not running any Piercing Javelins. He's just playing charge units after charge units after charge unit. Stormcloak Battalion and the Northern Outpost, buffing the Stormcloak Battalion even further. We can now... Oh, Bone Colossus is also nice. We can now run, for example, into the Nahagliiv. We can just play the Golden Savior, or we can just play the Bone Colossus. Right now, the Stormcloak Battalion is strong enough to kill the Haafingar Marauder, but that has not be true after we are attacking here, because we get another weapon. So I would say we are seeing what the weapon is. Let's find out. That is the battle axe. So we have now a 9/11 here on the board, which is pretty damn sick. And because the Stormcloak Battalion could still be a problem if he's dropping some charge units, I think what we are doing now is just going for the Nahagliiv. He cannot really crush Nahagliiv. What he could do would be play a shield breaker and then get rid of the guard, of course. But other than that, we kind of save it with the Haafingar Marauder. And that's just getting bigger and bigger. Plus, of course, with the battle axe here, the top creature of our deck now also has +4/+4. So that's even better. Blade Master is not doing anything. And the Mighty Ally is also not doing anything. So most likely, we are just winning the game because of the Haafingar Marauder here. Oh, and also we got a Dark Guardian. Yeah, why not, right? Why not pick up a Dark Guardian? So we are dropping that. If he's getting now any sort of prophecy, we are drawing even more cards. So let's go for the face. See what kind of weapons we're taking. There's another shield and the Snake Tooth. So we have then a 10, 12, 12, 14 even. Guard with Drain. That's of course only happening for 1 turn, but doesn't matter. And we will then also play an Eastmarch Crusader here on this side, drawing an additional card. But the only card we could really play would be an Execute, and with those units on the board, there is no way that we can drop the Execute here. With such a powerful defense, I think we just win the game, because these two might kill the Haafingar if he has some charge from his hand, which is not unlikely. But then there's still the Dark Guardian on the board, so another huge guard that our opponent needs to kill. So that's the first charge unit. There's an Orclan Captain, which is then buffing this one to 4. There's a raiding party, which means he has then... So he could kill right now the Haafingar, and this one is getting 8 damage. It's probably then everything he has. Is that true? It is true, so our nice little Dark Guardian will finish the job. That was more easy than I thought, so it's another victory. 2-0 with the deck right now. So we're going for a third game, and last but not least, that's another Spellsword player. So let's see, maybe he's playing Control Spellsword. Definitely want a very decent start here, but that is not too decent. So there are too many gaps here. That's not a decent curve. That's a bit better, so I'm gonna start then with the Bruma into the Cleric. And then have to wait and see what else we can do.
There's a plan.
So he's also starting with the Bruma, and then the Cleric is really good. We can trade easily here with the Cleric. Getting some life back, still have 2 units on the board, while our opponent is sitting at 0. Next then, either the Hive Defender or the Haunting Spirit, depending on the board situation. Hive Defender is good if we need to defend. If we just want to hit the face and we need to defend, then Hive Defender is better. If he's not giving us any strong stuff here on the lane. Oh, Zappa. Interesting, so he's playing the Spellsword Summoning. Interesting stuff. That case, so are you playing tokens then? Is that your style? Might be. Yeah, it might be, so let's just kill the Zappa here. Just afraid that he's playing tokens and then he's interested in playing pit lines or something. Because then he has on each lane, he has something to play. Emperor's Blade, so there is a new card. Luckily we have a Piercing Javelin, so we can crush this one. We can also just trade, of course, which is another option we have. I kind of think for now a trade is better for us. We do not really need to use a Piercing Javelin in this one. I mean, it's saving our units, but it's still fine. Currently it's 28 to 32, which just means that the Golden Sane is coming on the next turn. We still saved our Magicka if we played the Piercing Javelin. That was not possible, but for now we can just play Golden Sane and get a huge tempo swing. So he's not doing anything on his 5th turn. Pretty unusual. Well, let's just go face. Man, this is a game already over. He's just given up now. Anyway, Golden Sane giving us a nice board. He was not doing anything on 5. So it kind of looks like he's already giving up and conceding early. Because now it's just the Mark of Bannerman here. That is not good enough. Night Shadow, a great target for the Piercing Javelin. Makeshift defenses, no problem. So crushing, killing. Shadowfen Priest. Yeah, no, it is the Piercing Javelin. Killing this one, we're crushing the 0-2. And then we're going just for more damage in the face. Using the guard here first, because if he's stopping another unit, we can then just use the breakthrough creature to deal more damage. And something is coming, but he's already down to 13 life. What can you give me here? The best would probably be the Cloudrest Illusionist. Here's a Piercing Javelin. He's not getting rid of the 3 damage, but he's getting rid of the Young Mammoth. And we will just push 3 more on the face. Push them down to 10. So with 11 on the board, the game might be over on the next turn. Highly unlikely, so normally he will just either play some guards here or he will crush a unit. The Hunger, interesting. And another Spellsword summon. Why are you running those? Man, but he's getting some nice cards. Anyway, so we are probably winning now. So we could play Dark Guardians here. But to be honest, I kind of think we want to keep the Shadowfen Priest. And then, for example, get rid of this little drain here. That might be otherwise too dangerous for us if we're not winning right now. So let's try. Go face, and the game is already over. Wow, that was fast, and I'm still not sure why you're running the Spellsword summonings. But well, here we go. We're winning another round. 3-0.